Who they got? Tom Brady. Tom Brady's cool.
Peyton
Tom
Manning.
Brady. Peyton.
What Peyton would be the second? LeBron
Montana.
clears Peyton.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So did you see how the drop off?
Payne will be the second of what?
Like quarterback ever for
Mahomes is already better.
Oh, LeBron fucking clears Mahomes. So yeah.
When it's all said and done, though,
Get
it'll
a
be close.
fucking grip.
No,
would you?
there is no
He
I
is
don't
better
know.
than-
5 MVPs, 2 Super Bowls, a Super Bowl MVP.
He has just one Super Bowl MVP.
He does.
Mahomes already got 2. He's got multiple
Kareem
MVPs
Abdul-Jabbar would be the
already.
third for the
Yeah,
NBA.
sorry that Peyton Manning never played with Andy Reid.
Oh, yeah.
Here we
It's
go.
Tony
They
Dungy.
didn't. Peyton Manning played with Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne.
And they
Him
won a Super
having
Bowl.
them was
Tony Dungy
nuts,
was
They won a
yo.
Super Bowl.
Tony Dungy
Him
is
having
he
them
a
back
Hall of Fame
coach.
coach?
Yeah, and Peyton Manning and Marvin Harrison also have the most all-time touchdowns as a
nice.
duo.
We're not disrespecting Peyton.
No, he is.
I'm not disrespecting him. He's great. Mahomes is better.
I think when
Great.
it's all said and done, he'll be over Peyton.
Peyton Manning's 1 of
100%.
1.
He's great.
He's
yeah.
1-1.
Yeah, he's
So is
great.
Mahomes.
The greatest ever reading defenses ever.
Yeah,
The
no.
smartest quarterback ever.
He's one of the top
He's
5
top-
best
yeah,
ever.
he's
The
Yes.
greatest
for sure.
regular
He's
season
just
quarterback.
I don't know
like,
what
I just
what
think
are we
Mahomes
arguing
is
about.
better.
Bro,
Had the
he's the
greatest
top 3
quarterback
quarterback ever.
Had
It's
the
okay.
greatest
That's good.
quarterback season in the history of the game.
Okay, yeah.
Led the greatest offense in the history of the game.
He also the year he won Super Bowl through 3 touchdowns
Hey,
to
let's
7
not.
interceptions.
Let's not.
We don't gotta go.
Yeah, we
in.
don't gotta
No,
bash
no,
him, you know, yeah.
No,
We're not about to
Listen,
bash
he's
Peyton.
great. He's great. But
He's all
Mahomes
time.
is better. Mahomes is better.
Yeah, let's not talk about that Super Bowl against the Bucks, though, right?
Question: When you guys talk about the because you guys are all savants at this football shit. So when you guys talk about, like, if I asked you randomly, who are the 10 greatest football players ever? How many of those spots are quarterback oriented?
Half.
Ooh, I don't know. Half?
It might be less than half. Well,
I know
Tom
3
Brady,
for a fact.
Tom Brady got to be
Brady,
there.
Montana,
Peyton Manning got to be
Peyton are
there.
all gonna
Joe
be
Montana,
there.
Aaron Donald, Lawrence Taylor, Jerry
So I
Rice.
was about to say Randy Moss. Will he be up there? Top 10?
All right, wait. Dion?
Ray Lewis.
Deion Sanders
Deion
has
needs
that
to be in it.
respect.
Where's Ray Lewis going?
He
There's so
definitely is in the conversation at top 10. He just got named, I believe, most dominant defensive player in the 2000s.
Fire. So Deion Sanders for sure. That's a lot of
Dion,
names.
Ray Lewis probably cracks into that top 10.
Rod
There's just
Woodson.
it's just so many
one of those
positions,
guys.
like so many players.
There are a
that-
lot of great
It's a great
players.
question.
It's
I know.
like-
Do we want to
Yeah.
look up? I know ESPN did
Did they really?
the best players of all time. Facts.
Walter Payton.
Oh my God, we just disrespected Jim Brown. That's another one that
Jim
Running
Brown.
backs. Will running backs be in there?
Jim Brown probably would be the only one that would get that acknowledgement. Barry Sanders is definitely talent-wise.
Walter Payton?
Sweetness, if nicknames were taken into account, maybe. But obviously, he was amazing in his own right. He's just not as talented as Jim Brown was
No,
for
it's
that
crazy.
era.
We've probably
And Barry
had
Sanders.
1,000 NBA top 10, top 20 discussions, and this might be our first ever time talking about NFL top 10s of all time.
I did it.
You did,
I
bro.
broke
That was
the ice.
fire. I respect that.
Oh, yeah. I just was wondering because you guys so many positions.
There's so
you know?
many.
Yeah, I mean, what? We only have 4 topics on this show, and we already.
What's the
basically went over
one
first
position that wouldn't have a top 10 player?
Offensive
Fullback.
line.
Even
It
like Joe
should,
Thomas
though.
and Trent Williams, like they're some of the best ever.
Would an offensive lineman be able to get in there?
No,
Nick Mangold has a case for center.
Mangled.
Oh man, he
but
does.
not top 10 all time.
Nah.
So and then defensive line, you
Like
said
like
it.
Larry Allen
Yeah.
would be the only
like Warren
offensive
Sapp,
backs.
like
That's another
Reggie
one,
White,
D-tackle.
like right, yeah.
Well, no,
bro.
D tackle would make it because Aaron Donald
True.
potentially could make
Reggie
it.
White's got to be in there.
Linebacker probably
Lawrence
we
Taylor.
see 2.
LT,
There you go. You see
yeah.
2 with him and Ray Rice. Dion at corner. Safeties probably not. There's been some great safeties.
yeah,
Ed
Ed
Reed's one of
Reed,
the all-time great
Polamalu.
safeties. He probably wouldn't be top 10.
Okay. So
There's a
safety
lot.
and
It's like
offensive
you
line.
have-
Look at the Niners when I
So-
count.
So who'd you say? You said Brady,
Ronnie Lott.
Thank you,
Peyton,
Ronnie Lott.
I'm here.
Montana.
Yes. Today my day.
Madden.
Mahomes when it's all said and done.
I was
I'll
saying, I
give you
know
that.
he's got ultimate
Right
team
now.
for
Yeah,
sure.
facts.
Well, Mahomes.
Why
Mahomes,
can't you level with me? I'm
Because
trying to
Mahomes is
level.
top 10
because
right now?
there's no reason to level with you.
I'm
trying.
Mahomes in his first 5 seasons starting is the best quarterback in the history of the game by a landslide.
Wait, so he's the best quarterback ever?
He's on,
In
he's
his
on pace
first
to be.
his first 5 seasons
Yeah,
starting
will
is
he get
better than
7
any
rings?
any
But does on
quarterback in
pace mean
history.
he's in it?
Sometimes the players we say they need a championship. Mahomes already has 2. He already has 2 Super Bowl MVPs. He has 2 MVPs. In 5 years starting, 2 MVPs, 2 Super
you're
Bowls,
still- but
2 Super Bowl MVPs.
I get
that's
that.
more
First
than
year starting
that,
50
that's
touchdowns.
more.
Trust me.
That's more than paying
No,
Manning.
no, I'm saying his. But I'm
outside
saying,
of the MVPs.
when people do the on pace stuff, they take what a dude has done in those 5 years and cut the all time players that you're comparing them to's careers and be like, well, he did this in this amount of time, so he's better. But if you talk about putting them up there, you have to put what he's done as of today with those other guys.
Well, then we can't talk about a lot of current players being all timers.
Well,
If
some
you're
of them
only
are-
like 8 years.
Well,
in your
Aaron Donald's
career,
probably done soon.
That's
so
true.
you
Yeah,
can do him
this is the
and
difference.
Brady and stuff.
I view it as who accomplished more in their set time. When I look at the top 5 quarterbacks without Mahomes, Brady, Peyton Manning, Joe Montana, and those other spots is Dan Marino. Well, Mahomes already in 5 seasons starting has accomplished more than Dan Marino. When I look at what Drew Brees has done versus Mahomes, well,
Mahomes
Drew
is
Brees got
good.
the longevity, but Mahomes has accomplished more.
No, I'm saying
Still
that
in those
class,
5
yeah. But
seasons.
when you get into the with Peyton, with
Peyton,
Brady, that's when
Brady,
it's like
Montana.
you can't say that with the other guys.
But I look at Peyton Manning, I look at him as one of the greatest, if not the greatest, regular season quarterback ever. His playoff numbers drop off a cliff versus Patrick Mahomes, who's number 1 in playoff passer rating.
But you did tell me how many quarterbacks have great playoff games. Like the numbers are going to drop off.
And that's what makes Mahomes that much better. Mahomes, even when he does face elite defenses, is still the best quarterback in the league.
All right, in terms of points given up, Mahomes has had, this past year was 16th, 8th in 2021. That's when they lost in the AFC Championship game because Mahomes choked. In 2020, 10th. In 2019, 7th. In 2018,
That's points allowed.
24, which is a lot. It's terrible. I'm just saying, he's had some good defenses.
Yes.
Maybe not atrocious. But,
And I'll be fair because I'll read yards because they're not that great. In terms of yards given up, this past season was 11th, which was better than their total points given up. The year that they were 8th in points given up, they were 27th in yards, which is funny. 16th in yards the year that they were 10th in points, and 17th in yards when they were 7th in points. I'll read turnovers too, which is, let's see, is that TKA? Yeah, ranked in takeaways. So this past year, they were 20th. In 2021, they were 5th. Year before that, they were 10th, 8th.
I'm looking at Dan Marino, 1983, his rookie year. His first season starting. I'm not sure which one is which. They had the first ranked defense in terms of points against. It's strictly points against.
Correct.
His next year, they were 7th. The year after that, they were 12th. The year after that, they dropped to 26th.
they said they got worse.
Then they went to 18th in 87. In 88, they were 24th. In 89, they were 22nd. So the defense starts to drop
That's what I'm
off.
saying. That's what my dad tells me. He says all the time that defense, they never could figure out past that rookie deal.
But in 1990, they were 4th in defense.
How many years Marino played?
I'm going to guess a few because for the fact that he retired with most touchdowns and most yards.
He retired in 99.
Yeah.
So 19 years.
Yeah. So he played from 83 to 99.
Oh, so
He was putting up stupid numbers for his time.
Oh
like
my
his,
God.
if
revolutionized
Marino,
the position.
the way we're talking about Mahomes is that would be the way we're talking about Marino
Hell
when he
yeah.
came in. He was really not the first, but one of the first ones that came in, and the quarterback now is like the most talented player when it was, a lot of times a running back.
I think the first quarterback to really come in and make people think we've never seen something like this before was Roger Staubach. Have you ever watched Roger Staubach tape? It's actually crazy as hell how he really looks like the modern day QB. He was letting that thing go. Amazing quarterback and retired early. I think at the age of 36.
It's crazy how in those
37.
eras.
Roger Staubach, 37.
came in at 27.
He retired at 37. Wow, only a 10-year career.
In
the
those
latest
eras, there was only one quarterback that was like the modern day prototypical elite quarterback. Nowadays, we have like 4 or 5 of them that
Oh my God,
they're
for
one-man offenses. Just put the ball in their hands. They're going to give you a top 10 offense.
Shout out to
Chill,
Theo
Marino threw
Ash.
48 in a season.
And then Brady threw 49. Payne threw 49. Brady threw 50. And then Payne said, "Hold my beer" through 55.
Throws an interception.
that 7
Merchant.
touchdown
Jesus.
week 1 shit was nuts.
Yeah, I was emotional as fuck. I remember saying, "I'm gonna do a push-up for every touchdown Payne throws," not knowing that he was gonna throw 7.
Rip the Marius, man.
But absolutely ripped Demarius Thomas. Shout out to Theo Ash. You saw he dropped his quarterback list saying one-man offenses. He had Mahomes. I believe he had Josh.
Kyler was
Yeah,
up
He
there.
had
I saw
Kyler
that.
in
And
there.
I think Lamar was the other
Lamar
guy?
was no Burrow, and he didn't have Jalen Hurts, but he had him in a category of his own. He says, "I'm in between tier 1 and tier 4," and tier 4 was quarterbacks that can fit a system, but not sure if they can
The
be
two
in
tier.
a modern day. Exactly.
Yeah.
And he said, but he was leaning more towards 1, which I agree. I think that he is a one-man offense with the ability that he has to rush the football. What's your opinion on that? Kyler Murray.
That makes sense because, when you talk about Mahomes, Josh Allen, Kyler Murray, Lamar Jackson, even Jalen Hurts, you can only not center a passing game around him, but you can center a running game around him too. Maybe Mahomes might be the only exception there, right? Because he doesn't
Not as
rush. He's
mobile.
not the rusher that these other
That boy's
quarterbacks
still a
are.
one-man army.
But that's because he doesn't have to do that.
You know who comes to mind immediately when I think about that?
Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones.